Hello YouTubers, Charles here, back playing some more Kerbal Space Program. It's been a while since we checked in on the Duna Probe, so let's do that now. Duna Probe, orbiting the Sun. Well, it's blinking a bit. But, it's got an encounter in a little under a year, and then it escapes Duna in a year and a day and 2 hours. So, we have a lot of time. I'm not sure we're ever going to rescue Chadsey, but maybe once we get everything unlocked, we'll have a powerful enough ship that can go do that. But for now, let's do another mission. Hey, Gene. We can position a satellite in a different orbit. Expires in 5 days. I'm thinking we have recover Barbel and her craft from the surface of Minmus. This is going to be interesting. We're going to have to build a rocket large enough that it has a hook on it, a claw, that can grab another ship, or I think it's just a capsule. It's 2 tons, 2 meters tall. And we need to lift that off of Minmus and somehow bring it back to Kerman. We need to recover both Barbel Kerman and the craft on Kerman. So I think that's going to be a bit of an interesting challenge. So, I'm gonna work on that. I will... That's where we do make ships, but it's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the R&D center. And we do have 858 tech. Would any of this be helpful? I believe we do have the claw, right? We have the claw. Advanced grabbing unit. That's definitely going to be needed. These are 550, so we could get one of these or 2 of these. Could get one of each. Barely. Mantech ion propulsion. Experimental metamaterials. Those girders. Those girders could help. These cargo bays could help, but that would have to be a really big craft. One thing I was thinking of potentially having is grabbing the capsule and then on our way back, letting go of it and maneuvering it into a cargo bay by basically letting it fly along and then maneuvering our ship, opening the cargo bay, and kind of getting it, maneuvering it into the cargo bay and then closing the cargo bay so it's safe for re-entry. We need potentially another claw in the cargo bay. Because I don't know what type of a heat shield it has. Otherwise, we may have problems. I will see what we have, and I'll come back in a minute with hopefully a ship ready to launch. So I will see you then. Okay, we are back. This is what I have. I'm calling this a Minmus recovery craft. We have Barbel Kerman piloting. And this is just about as crazy of a craft as I've made in quite a while. Let's go through it in stages. We have the launch clamps. We have these 4 solid boosters, and we have these 4 giant, what are they called? Mammoth, yes, liquid fuel engines with 4 medium tanks. I don't have the large tanks, or otherwise it would have been 2 large tanks. They are actually in asparagus staging in pairs. We have 1 pair, these side ones coming off first with some Separatrons to help move them away, and later we have this pair coming off, although I'm hoping this pair will at least have enough fuel to get us to Minmus. These are all the solid boosters here that they'll come off first. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel in this side one before these solids run out. So yeah, so these are in asparagus staging, so this one should be empty of fuel before this one begins to empty. And once they're all off, we'll be left with this central ship, which has these 4 large legs. It's probably hard to see now, but these are just empty fuselages, aircraft fuselages actually, but I'm using them as legs because in the center here we have this cone that has a claw at the end, and this ejects, and there's a heat shield here, and actually if needed I can eject this lower cone, and then there's another heat shield, a larger heat shield here. The fuel for this is 1 more of these large tanks. We have on each leg we have 2 landing gear and 1 of these Terrier engines. That should be more than enough. We have 4 of them, 1 on each leg. For landing on Minmus, has really low gravity. I did actually spend the 300 science and get the cargo bays. So this is a large aircraft cargo bay. There's another claw in here, and this will open. We have this little solar panel on each side. So the plan is once we get to space, we unhook the craft from here, and we kind of maneuver around and get it in the cargo bay where it will be protected from any re-entry, and these heat shields should protect us on re-entry. For everything else, we have a cupola capsule mostly because it's relatively lightweight, but also has a lot good torque comparatively. Has the same amount of torque as a 3-man crew, which is, I think, something like 5 times the amount of torque as the 1-man crew module, and we're going to need it. I didn't want to add on a separate, reaction wheel. Well, this would be double the torque, but we have RCS to help us. RCS thrusters. This is an RCS tank at the top. We got solar panels here, battery, and we have lots and lots of parachutes. We have 4 drogue chutes, and then another 6 normal parachutes. I'm actually still wondering if that's enough. I really hope it is. 4 drogue chutes, and 6. Yeah, that should be enough. That's 14. I really hope that's enough. We should have gone through most of the fuel by then. For re-entry, these legs detach or decouple right here at the top. They all get fuel from that central fuel tank. If anything, I'm going to make sure this is as close as to empty as we possibly can before we re-enter, so that this is mostly empty weight. This is not a fuel tank. This is just empty. So that's what we have. I'm probably going to launch, and we'll see how far we get. Actually, let's revert the flight to vehicle assembly. I think I need an extra strut on those solid boosters. I totally forgot about that. Something like that for that pair. Let's put on symmetry mode. Okay. That should be good. The whole thing still looks a little wobbly, but I got these strutted up. I got tail fins, hopefully to help us in the atmosphere. Hope those are enough. Everything's pretty strutted up, so I'm not sure what more I can do. This is an untested craft, but okay, that's just those wobbling a bit. Let's make sure we're all... Oh, that's a good icon. How do I think I can only... whatever. Alright, turn Turn on SAS. I'm going to put the throttles to full, because I'm not sure if we actually have enough thrust to lift off. We should. And, let's go, Verica, in 3, 2, 1. And away we go. Alright, let's, head a bit eastward here. Throttle down a bit because the solids are kind of running out faster than liquids. It's not something I really want. And we need more fuel. The fins are working out nicely. Alright, we're gonna detach things here in just a moment. Hopefully none of it breaks anything. Solids. Slide past. Nice. Actually not doing too badly. Alright, here comes the first liquid stage. That was also nice. And we may have enough fuel as it is. How's our apoapsis is 40 something. We want full throttle at this point. We probably wanted full throttle way before. But although solids were lasting quite a bit longer than I expected. An eye on this. We want to get to 75 or so and then stop there at this point. We're getting some atmospheric heating, but that should be okay. Let's pop this up. 60. 65. 70. 75. I'm going to cut there. Let's add a maneuver. And this should be our circularizing maneuver. Something like that. 73 to 76, that would be fantastic. Let's turn on RCS. Alright, we got about a 30-second burn here. We should have the fuel for that. And it's in, well, it's about 45, well, we want to start burning, ideally 15 seconds before, but I'm probably going to start 25 seconds before, just because I don't want to start falling back. All right, we got the nose coming up, although we're off to the side of where we want to be a bit. The thing I did not check is if this is a good time to try to get to Minmus. Alright, we are in space. In about, well, 20 seconds or so, I'm going to start this burn. Hopefully we'll be pretty close and lined up with this target. Almost there. We're close enough that as soon as we start burning, we can get lined up pretty well. And I'm going to start burning now. Ooh, yeah. Quite a bit more maneuverable once the engines fire up. There. 5, 4, 2. And we're in orbit. 79 by 70, barely in a true orbit, but hey, we're here. We got about half our fuel left. These are empty. Alright, so we're a little under half, but that's somewhat decent. Alright, we're not really in that great of a position to get to Minmus, but we haven't let that stop us before. Set Minmus as a target. Yeah, we're quite a few number of degrees off, but that's okay. What's that? Alright, let's get close. That's not half bad. That is going way further out than we want. It takes more energy. If we something like that, and then we're... Come on. Alright, I think that means we still need to wait a bit here. I want to select that node. Okay. It's been hard to see. Yep. Oh, okay. That's we interact with the moon on the way back there. Now, I think we just need to wait a bit more. Say one more orbit. Hey, we can turn those off, thanks. So if we wait a few orbits, Minmus gets easier to hit. We are going way far out. We want to just graze it there. And want this to come up a bit. There we have a close encounter. Probably just adjust maybe this maneuver slightly. We are just barely catching Minmus there, but that should be... Yeah, this... we got 922 here, and then 10 meters per second. So that's... with the big engines we have right now, that's nothing. Alright, we leave in 16 minutes. And we'll be there in about 12 days. And yeah, we'll be in there for less than an hour. But that's quite enough time to get caught. We probably will have to hardly slow down at all. Yeah, so I think this has been a long enough episode. So I will leave it here. And I'll see you guys next time with some more Kerbal Space Program. What are we doing here? Oh, we're using up some electricity. Luckily, we have these panels. That will do nothing for us right now. I don't think. Very little. Oh, we do seem to be... Let's turn off SAS. Yeah, sun just set, so now in the darkness. But we have some lights. Actually, they should be using electricity, but they don't seem to be. Maybe it's just really slow. Yeah, it is going down. So, as I was saying, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time with some more Kerbal Space Program. And we'll continue our rescue attempt with this untested craft. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.